What's up everyone, back for another vlog, and in today's vlog I will be showing you the Shelfie beers that I'll be reviewing for the month of July 2023. So Shelfie beer reviews are exactly how they sound. They are reviews of beers that I can easily grab off the shelves here locally in the Buffalo, New York area, and I post Shelfie beer reviews every single Tuesday and Friday of each month. And this month there are 8 Tuesdays and Fridays, therefore there are 8 beers here in front of me, and they are in order of how I'm going to post the reviews from your left to right. This will be the first Shelfie beer review I post during the month, and this will be the last. So let's go over what we got for this month. But before we do so, I do want to mention that Shelfie beers this month, kind of strange. There was not a whole lot of like new offerings that I really wanted to grab. So I basically grabbed 3 new like fruit beers, and then the other 5 are kind of revisits and beers I haven't had in a long time, but I haven't reviewed. So I thought it'd be fun to kind of mix it up this month. And also the first beer I'm reviewing this month does fall on Tuesday, July 4th, which of course is Independence Day here in the US. And the reason I mention that is because typically about 99.9% of the time, I post Shelfie beer reviews in the morning, because on Tuesdays and Fridays, I typically post 2 reviews, and the Shelfie beer reviews almost always are in the morning. But on this day, this will be in the evening because I have more of an Independence Day themed beer that I'm going to review in the morning. So I just wanted to mention that. Anyway, let's go over them real quick. So first up, we have from Leinenkugel's their summer shandy. So they call this one a Weiss beer with natural lemonade flavor. But on the side, it says Weiss beer brewed with honey with a natural lemonade flavor. 4.2%, has a best by date of September 11th of 2023. And this is, I would say it's an iconic, almost an iconic craft beer in the US. I mean, Leinenkugel pretty much got put on the map because of this beer. It's their basically flagship beer, and it's just a summer shandy, they call it. It's just a shandy. And I remember trying this one for the first time many years ago. It's probably been about at least 10 years since I've had this one. I've had some of the variants probably over the last 8 or 9 years, but the OG is the one that I always enjoyed the most. Now, I don't love this beer, but I thought it'd be fun to revisit it because, again, I haven't had it in a long time, and found it relatively fresh. But sometimes with Shelfie beers, sometimes you have to make do with the labels being ripped. And yeah, whatever. It was the only one there, so I grabbed it. Next, we have from the Breckenridge Brewery, we have their vanilla porter. So they call this one an ale brewed with real vanilla beans and with natural flavor, 5.4%. And this, if this isn't the first vanilla porter I ever had, it's definitely one of the first 3, I would say. And I always remembered enjoying this one. Now, I don't think I've had it since they were bought out, I'm pretty sure, by AB InBev many years ago. I don't know if I've had it since then. Maybe? I don't know. I'll have to check. But I remember enjoying it. It didn't like blow me away or anything, but that was in my infancy when it came to getting into beer and trying out everything. So we'll see what my palate thinks about it nowadays. I know a lot of people say with Breckenridge, post AB InBev, their quality went down over the years. So we'll see. I hope I still enjoy that one because I remember enjoying it. Not loving it, but enjoying it. Next, we have one that I've been wanting to track down for like the last month. Shout out to Josh over at Last Beer. He's like, hey, Joe, Hoptimum show up? And I always say no. And now I can say, yes, Josh, it did. So this is the 2023 release of Hoptimum from Sierra Nevada. It's their huge West Coast triple IPA, 11% alcohol by volume. Right now, this beer is about 6 weeks old. I'm hopefully going to be able to review it before the 2-month mark. But this is a beer that I haven't had in a hot minute. And I think the last time I had this one, I didn't like it because I didn't like West Coast IPAs. So I'm hoping and thinking that this time around I'm going to enjoy it. It's a classic big West Coast triple IPA, and I'm here for it. Next, we have a beer that a lot of people I've seen on my Untappd friends list, and just other people digging on it, from Anheuser-Busch, their Busch Light Peach. So I think this is like, what is this, like 4 something? I don't know. They'd never put the ABV on the beers, but this is a light lager with natural flavor. But where do they have a... I do not see an ABV. I'm probably just stupid. Am I stupid? It's got to be somewhere. Oh, here, 4.1%. So, and this is quite fresh. Best by date of November 8th of 2023. So, yeah, I had the Busch Light Apple, whatever they released it a couple years ago, and it was surprisingly really good. So, I'm thinking this is going to have like that peach gummy ring kind of candy thing going on. Hopefully, it's not too sweet. We will see. Next, we have a beer that I haven't had in a while. This is from Troegs. They're a Nimble Giant. So, this is a double IPA. Comes at 9% alcohol by volume. Hops, Azacca, Mosaic, and Simcoe. And this is is their IPA, double IPA that they release pretty much every, like, I think it's late spring every year. And yeah, it's been a while since I've had that one, and we're going to give it a go. It's been a while since I've reviewed a Trogs beer, and that one just kind of sang to me a little bit, and it's freshest by September 27th of 2023. Next, we have, and I mentioned the Busch Light apple that I reviewed a couple years ago. We have from Labatt Blue Light their apple. So this is probably going to be in the same vein. It says infused with natural fruit flavors. Hopefully not flute flavors. I can't speak right now. 4% alcohol by volume, and yeah, it just says premium light beer with natural flavors. So yeah, and this one I looked it up, and this is pretty fresh, or fresh enough anyway. So next we have a classic that I really enjoy from Ayinger out of Germany. This is their Brauweiss, which I'm pretty sure is their authentic Bavarian Hefeweizen. So this is their German Hef. And yeah, I really wanted to give this one a go, mostly because it's been a while since I've had this one. I really like German Hefeweizens, and I remember this not being my favorite. I still think Weihenstephaner and a couple other breweries are ahead of Ayinger, and that's rare. I really think Ayinger is one of Germany's best breweries of the stuff we get here in the States. And this was always good, but not great like some of the other ones can be. So I'm curious to see what I think about this one, but I haven't had it in a hot minute, so we're going to give it a proper review. And last but not least, we have a brand new release from Fatheads, and this is their Stumbleberry. So they're calling this one Imperial Blueberry Ale, and underneath it says malt beverage brewed with honey, blueberry, natural flavor, and artificial colors. You got to love the natural flavors and artificial colors. But this is basically an Imperial version of their Bumbleberry, which I reviewed on the channel many years ago. This one was canned on 6/5/23, so this is like 3 weeks old right now. And yeah, I wanted to give it a go. 9% alcohol by volume, 25 IBUs, and yeah, this is one that I've wanted to try because I'm curious to see how a huge, big ABV version of their Bumbleberry is. I don't know. I feel like it's gonna either be really good or really bad, and I'm here for it. So again, that's 8 different beers. Again, 3 fruit beers, you could say, 4 with this, a couple big double IPAs, triple IPA, a German Hefeweizen, and a vanilla porter. And again, I'm going back to my roots of craft beer and reviewing a lot of these beers that I haven't had in many years. I'm curious to see how all of these taste. I'm really curious. The Sierra Nevada Optimum is one of those beers where it's like, when I tried it, it just blew out my palate, and I hated West Coast. I hated IPAs pretty much last time I had this. Or if I didn't hate IPAs, I hated West Coast IPAs. weren't my thing. Now I really enjoy them, if not love them. I feel like I'm going to do a 180 on this, and some of these other ones, I don't know. I guess we'll see. So if you can get your hands on any of these, please do so, and drink along with my reviews. Or if you've had any of these, post in the comment section of this vlog and let me know what you're looking forward to me reviewing the most. If I had to pick one beer, it's going to be the Sierra Nevada offering, but I'm curious to see how the Summer Shandy is. Again, I haven't had beer in a long time, and these two pique my interest. Why? Because they're cheap. They're very cheap for like a 24 or a 30 pack of these. You're talking, probably like 50 to 75 cents a can. And if they're good, maybe I buy one and throw it into the fridge, and they're only 4%, 4.1%, so we'll see. And this kind of scares me. I hope it's good, but it scares me. Anyway, appreciate everybody stopping by for another vlog. Be on the lookout for all of these reviews over the course of July, and until the next one, cheers.